Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at GameFromScratch making a video I never want to make. Not because I don't have opinions on this subject, but exactly because I do have opinions on this subject, and what I do is I keep those opinions out of this channel. GameFromScratch is all about game development news. I know some people say, if you're silent on something, that means you condemn or support it, and I think that's bullocks. I think some places on the web have to be about a given topic, and my topic is game development. Sometimes game developers screw up, and I cover that, and sometimes those topics overlap with things that go on in the world. Sometimes we get into political situations, even religion sometimes, or culture war. And these are things I never want to talk about on this channel. Sadly, sometimes there is an intersection between the world of game development and the world of all of those things I don't want to talk about here, and I have to cover them. And that's what we were talking about today. So this is a news story, and I'm going to try and stick to the facts and the news-oriented aspects of it, and we'll stay away from the drama aspects. If you want to get into drama, there are channels out there like Asmongold, who I personally despise, but they've got the drama covered. So if you want drama channels, they are out there. I'm covering the straight up news aspects of this, and hopefully you guys understand exactly why I am doing that. All right, so back on September 27th, Godot made this tweet. They're moving into a definite cultural stance. Now, there's nothing new here. Godot has supported Pride Month in the past and so on. Again, I have opinions on this subject, and I will never share them on this channel just because this isn't the outlet for it. But this is what started things off. So basically, Godot made a tweet about in response to a comment elsewhere, and they basically talked about rebranding Godot as Wocott, which, by the way, is a terrible pun. So that's what these things all started off. And the response to this was pretty brutal. So there was a lot of backlash against the Godot team. And this is where Godot truly screwed up. And I'm not going to say for a second that their moderation team didn't screw up here. They came and they super overzealously were blocking people. The majority of the Godot team have set their replies to silent, and there was a lot of backlash, and then the backlash to the backlash. So there's no question here, the community management side of things, they over-moderated things. They really screwed that up. So you see right here, this guy as an example, Starkium, like you guys, I have been blocked. Guess what? I'm a titanium level backer for the Godot fund. Guess what my next move is? So that's his response. And what did he get blocked for? Making the statement, focus on the engine and not politics. Now, again, well, actually, that's kind of the mantra of GameFromScratch. So I fully understand his mindset coming here. Now, again, I don't let my personal into this world because you guys shouldn't give a damn what I think about on religion, on culture, on politics. There are other ways I can discuss and engage with those topics, and it doesn't need to be GameFromScratch because GameFromScratch is a community for game developers that are interested in game development. But the story here, this is the story, in my humble opinion. They screwed up. They were way, way, way overzealous in their moderation, and they made enemies that they didn't need to make for making statements that definitely should not have involved banning. Now, there's another side to this that I'm not getting into, but I should mention it briefly. The unofficial Discord. So the Godot has forked and has their own official Discord now, and have for about half a year now. I did a video on it when it happened. The other one, which is not affiliated with Godot, it's not Godot employees running or moderating it. There's a moderator there that went way too far. We're talking about language that was used that was way inappropriate no matter how you look at it, and people are going back through the history of posts and finding some very toxic and problematic language there that would get you fired from almost any company in the world if you got caught for saying that. So that is a side story, but that is not Godot Foundation controlled. So I actually look at it as a side to this story, and I don't want to get into it. First off, because if I mention any of what he says in any of those tweets, this channel, this whole video would be taken down. So that's not an area I'm going to talk about today. But Godot Foundation did make a statement on this subject earlier today, a couple of hours ago. So on Friday, made a tweet that unexpectedly led to a wave of harassment directed at our staff and community. We unequivocally condemn this abuse. The volume of negative engagement overwhelmed our moderation efforts while attempting to protect the Godot community. We mistakenly blocked individuals who were not participating in the harassment. The Godot Foundation board takes full responsibility for these moderation actions. If you believe you were blocked in error and have not violated our code of conduct, please contact us with the form linked below. We are committed to swiftly rectifying any issues. We firmly stand by our mission to keep our community space place free from hate, discrimination, and other toxic behaviors. So that is the original comment, and then a little bit on that other part I was talking about, the community moderator, Xanax. That is on the unofficial Discord server. We strongly condemn the harmful language used by Xanax, moderator of an unofficial Godot-related Discord server. I want to clarify that Xanax is not hired by nor a spokesperson for the Godot Foundation. As an organization, we have our own official Discord server moderated together with new volunteers vetted by our team. Now, I know there is a discussion that could be had, should an organization like Godot, like Unity, like Unreal get involved or touch upon cultural topics. I think there are better places to discuss that. I am trying to stick to the game development news because I do not want this to be one of those communities. Now, some people want to engage with those kind of discussions. I don't, and I don't think the majority of you do either. So please, let's try to keep the comment section as polite and on focus to the story itself, if we can, please, and I would greatly appreciate that. So yeah, this is a tricky video to do because, again, this is not the type of topic I ever want to cover on this channel, but sometimes, unfortunately, political, cultural, and religious situations overlap with the world of game development, and if I didn't cover it, it would look like either I was going to bat for or against or whatever. Sometimes silence is admission, people say. So I do think that Godot screwed up, and I think you can actually see right here, by their own official statements, Godot admits that they screwed up. Now, will there be fallout from this? Definitely. There's already talk of a fork, but those forks almost never go anywhere. If it actually gets any traction, I'll cover it at some point in the future. But that's it. Let me know what you think. Please try to be as civil as possible in the comments down below. Again, the kind of thing I just don't ever want to talk about on this channel. Again, not because I don't have opinions on the subject, just because this isn't the place for that discussion. At least, hopefully, it isn't. So let me know what you think. Comments down below. I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.